Hi everyone. I just realized that I don't have an entry introduction whenever I do any of these audios. I will think about it and I will put up something, I think. But at the moment I don't see the emergency of it. So I'll just go on just the way I just started. Anyway, God, every time I try to speak something, my throat goes away. So I call upon Archangel Jibril to help me out with conveying this. So there's so much I want to talk about, but at the moment, I guess I'll be addressing somebody who has been messing around with me for a long time. I don't know how people don't get tired of doing something, because I do get tired when I'm dealing with something and it's not happening the way I want it to. So I just change my way instead of just lingering in whatever I'm struggling with. I just look for an alternative, and I would advise that person to look for another alternative to whatever he's doing, because whatever he's doing is not working. No, it's not working. And he has to realize this. He has to understand that he's not God. He's not God. Even then, there is nothing like God, maybe. There is the Most High. Because you can say God of the sun, God of the moon, God of whatever, and you can put many other things in it, but you can't say the Most High of something else. No, it's just the Most High. And probably he might be thinking that he's some kind of God or something, I don't know, because he's trying very hard to change people's destinies, meddling around with people's records, meddling around with people's lives, energies, mind games. These are all, according to me, very lame things. Yeah, you heard me right. I'm saying lame. It's just a wastage of time, because the kind of power that you have and the kind of energy you spend on doing all those things in order to make people abide to what you want them to do, you could have used that energy to do something very good for yourself as well as other people in the name of humanity. But I guess because you think you're not human, you think you're some sort of God, and so you think you're entitled to do some things. Well, that's your thoughts, and those are your opinions. That's how you believe, but it's not right. And this is my opinion. God, just when I'm about to say something passes. Now there is a sailor sailing something outside of. Anyway, you might be trying to change some things, make people surrender to you by doing some things, but that's not right, and you know it's not right. And you know, by the time, even when they surrender, you're not going to get fulfilled. You're still going to have the guilty conscience on top of all the other guilty consciences which you had before. And that's going to be another mountain on top of another mountain. You're adding more karma on top of karma. And then you get angry this time when you are experiencing your karma. Why you're experiencing the karma, and you start blaming the people who who you think are the reason why you're having that karma. If it wasn't for her, him, or whatever, you won't be living that karma. But it's all because of you, yourself. People, the good things God give, but the bad things people bring it to themselves. I'm not saying about some other people victimizing other people, that we bring the bad to ourselves. No, that's something different. But sometimes people really do bad things to themselves. They call the bad things to themselves by the way they are behaving with their deeds. If we watch how we behave with our deeds, the kind of deeds we give out into the world, and we are careful to be conscious that they are not bad things, then we will have no problems, no yearnings for anything more in this world. But if we keep doing the wrong things, we will always be wanting something even more. Even when that thing is fulfilled and it's given to us, we'll still start searching for something else. It's just like a big, how do I say, a big package that has a hole. You feel it and you feel it and you feel it, but it's never filling up. Why? Because it has a hole. Every time you put something in, it falls out the hole. So it's never fulfilled. And going about in that way, a person will never be able to reach where they want, and there will always be never-ending goals. They can't even be called goals. They'll just be struggles, because you won't get what you want. But when you surrender to God, you have faith in God, and you try to do what God asks you to do, because God is only asking for you to do only the good, not the bad. Stay away from the bad and try to do the good. Because there's some people who think, oh, look at all these evil people. They are getting everything in the world, whatever they want. And it's because God is giving them what they want in this world, because He knows they won't get it in the afterworld. That's why they are being given everything in this temporary world. It's a temporary world compared to the afterlife. If you're an atheist, you might not believe in this, but even then, atheists even believe in something. They believe in nothing. And nothing is what? Nothing. Like a spiritualist was talking about. Just ask yourself, who am I? And then it's blank, because you can't answer that. You need to go within. You need to do your shadow work. You need to do so many things in order to be able to answer that, in order to get to your higher self. And that's when you will be able to answer that. And it's almost just like nothingness. Atheists also believe in nothingness. And nothingness is also something to believe in, and that's a belief, so they can be called atheists. Anyway, that's something else. It's out of topic. So if you have a little faith, at least in yourself, have faith that God knows what He has in plan for you. And there are so many people living living their lives, not realizing that whatever they are living has already been written before, and it's according to the kind of choice they make. And somebody else coming up and saying, I am God. No, we are not God. Okay, you can say God, but you can say I'm the Most High. God created human beings according to by giving them His traits. But He didn't tell them to say that I am God. No. Because there is ego and there is your soul. The soul is always pure. But the ego is what likes all the evil things. And God had asked the ego, who are you? And he said, I am me. And who am I? He asked. He said, you are you, I'm me. The ego was not accepting that he was a creation from God and that he had a connection to God, and he had to surrender to God. This was asked 3 times until the ego was put under a test and was deprived of food and all the things that it wanted. And that's when it realized that it was dependent upon God, or the Most High is the right word, not God. Okay? So when it realized that that's the truth, that's when it said, okay, you are my creator and I am ego. Okay? And that's the thing. We should not surrender to our ego, which was created by God, and forgetting that there is a creator, God, or rather the Most High. He created us for a reason, and that reason is to follow the rules according to how he has put out on us. The reason is to just hold on, let me get it together. I mean, the reason we have been created is to worship God. That's the highest reason anyone can have in this world as a human being living in this world. We have been created to worship God. And people who are following their egos will start saying, that's egoistic and whatever. He has a right to be egoistic because he is the creator. What right do you have in order to say you are more powerful than God? Whatever you're using, whatever power you have, you already have it from God or the Most High. You're using it from God. He gave it to you. If it wasn't for God or the Most High, you would not exist. You wouldn't exist at all. And you're there thinking that you have more power than God or the Most High. You don't have the power. Do you have the power to create a stone? Do you have the power to create diamonds? Do you have the power to move winds? Do you have the power to uproot trees? No, you can't even do that small thing, and you think you are God. I can't even say you think you are the Most High. No, that one does not apply at all. Let me use the God one thing because it's some sort of like an idolatry. Because you can say God of whatever, stone, sea, whatever, but you can't say the Most High of the sea, the Most High of... It's only the Most High. I don't know, I'm just getting worked up over this kind of thought because I'm trying to do something. For a long time, I've been resisting something which is the truth about me. I've been resisting it for a long time, and I keep asking why. I still do, but not as how much I used to ask why. Because when you ask why, you will have so many other whys to ask after it. Like there was another time I was conversing with somebody, and then I was wondering why did the Most High put this person in my path? Why was I dealing with that? And I asked loudly, why? I asked loudly, and as if somebody was screaming back to my ear, my right ear. They said, sister. I said, what? I got scared. I freaked out. And then I said, what about the sister? And then The voice said, pray. Okay, so I realized I needed to pray for the sister, and I shouldn't be asking questions which cannot be asked at the moment. But later on, I got my answer, and I understood why I was on that path. There's still so many things I'm not understanding. There's still so many things I have to learn. I'm still learning, and learning is something that can never finish. Until you die, you'll still be learning something, especially when it's dealing with human beings. A human being is such a being that is so complicated to the smallest core, or to the smallest particle. Very complicated. So just learning a human being, or learning my environment, learning whatever which is in the world. In fact, the world, the earth is just one piece of the whole universe. Just a small piece, maybe even a dot. And there's so much we have to learn in this world. Maybe there are other beings which we don't know, which are not human. Yeah, there are other beings which are not human. We just can't see with our 3D characters. Maybe if we were to move in 5D, we would see them. But even 5D would not be enough. We have to move even higher in order to be able to see other beings properly and to understand those things very well. So if in 3D, just in 3D, you are not able to see those things, and you think you're something, you think you have a right, you're entitled to change somebody else's destiny and tamper with people's lives, tamper with their minds, tamper with their energy. That's really pathetic. I repeat, it is pathetic. You can't do that, and it's not your right. You need to go back within yourself. Whatever you are wishing in this world, whatever you want from this world, it's within you. It's within you. If those people believe that God created them in His image, and some of them even claim that they're gods, then they know that whatever the fulfillment is just within them. They don't need to go. If that is a kind of belief, but I don't believe anyone is a god. That's the kind of belief I have. And that's my opinion. No, not everyone has to agree with me. Everyone has their own opinion, and everyone makes their own choice in this life. Yeah, I can give suggestions about what you can do, what you can't do, but at the end of the day, it's your choice to choose what you need or want for yourself. So people need, if you have any problem with anyone in this world, with anyone, anything, any system, first solve it within yourself. Do your shadow work. Go back to your inner child and work on yourself, and then you will get the answers. But don't go about blaming people and and putting all your limitations according to blaming other people. It's because of you I'm not able to do this. It's because of that I'm not able to do this. Do it yourself. Everything is just within you. You just need to look within you, and you can get your answers from there. I'm trying that. I'm really trying that. Every time I get angry with somebody and I think I'm getting moody because that person did this and that and all that, I tell myself, sometimes I just tell myself, maybe it's some other force outside telling me, no, stop and look within you. Really, is it really that person or whatever to blame for whatever situation you really are? And then when you work on yourself, you just find the solution in the most easiest way, and you just ask yourself, how did I not see this before? All answers are within you. You don't need an outer kind of force in order to be able to get fulfilled about anything. All answers are within you, and the first thing to do every time you go within, it means you start loving yourself. And when you start loving yourself, you start doing things that you can have respect for yourself. And when you get respect for yourself, everything else just comes automatically. I'm trying to do that because there's a lot I need to learn. There's a lot I have to look through. I cannot just blame this person or that person. Like the other video that I made, I said I cannot judge people, because if I judge them, I'll be judging myself. Because it just means that that thing which I'm judging is within me. That's why I am seeing it. That's why I'm intimidated by it. It means it's something to do with me. Why am I intimidated by that thing? We are supposed to be on this earth as observers and not make a lot of reactions to everything that is happening around. We can react, yes. That's a good thing if we are reacting for something to do with justice or to help somebody or for a good cause. But reaction sometimes is not really helping out, especially if a person has not done their shadow work or worked on themselves. Yeah. And that's what I wanted to put out. Thank you for listening. Take care and have a good day. God bless.